What up, world? Digi Parlay back again with another podcast. As you can see, we got a different background. We're on site here at Real Steel Auto Sales in Gastonia, and we have Caleb and Marco with us. Let's clap it up, boys. So first off, thank you guys for having us here on site and kind of letting us take over your space. So let's get started off with a little intro about you guys. Where are you guys from originally? Just a little background on you guys.
First, thanks for having us, guys. We appreciate the exposure that you guys are giving us too. Me, I'm originally from Long Island, New York. Moved down here in 2012, so I was still in high school. I actually got out of high school after going through high school and graduating, and went to a little bit of college, went into law enforcement. Did almost 10 years there before coming here. So
cool. Caleb, what about you, bud?
So I was born in New Hampshire. I moved to North Carolina about 2 months after I was born, so I never really lived there. But huge Boston sports fan. So I grew up in Bowling Springs, North Carolina. Went to school. Went to college for 6 years. Played baseball. Graduated. I met Marco when I was 16, I think, around there.
Yeah.
Marco texted me one day after I graduated. Hey, you need a job? I was like, absolutely. So now I'm here.
Cool.
Bowling Springs, did that have anything to do with Bowling Green?
No. Okay. Bowling Green's in there's two.
I bet him on a game before.
The Bowling Green College is in Ohio.
Okay.
But there's Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's always going to remember a bet.
Yes.
Like the 49ers losing Sunday?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Probably wasn't a good bet.
I'm sorry. McCaffrey 3 touches. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, 8 yards. That was tough.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough one for us. We all got plastered on that one. Cool. So let's switch into what got you guys started in the car business. I guess what was kind of your introduction to the car business, and what kind of led you into where you are now with Real Steel Auto Sales?
Yeah. So actually, when we started the company, it wasn't a car dealership. Shortly after I graduated high school, and just before I got into law enforcement, we had a location. It was Car Masters over on Garrison. It was 1350 West Garrison Boulevard, and that's the OG, the motherland. All right. So it was a repair shop, and we did repos out of there. And the guy next door, he was operating a car lot. So my dad and my brothers, we all had the idea of opening a car dealership for ourselves. So we were doing, a couple of junk cars here and there, and like first time cars, quick flips. We got a dealer's license. After that, shortly after that, the guy that was renting that lot got in trouble, and he got evicted. Arrested and evicted. After that, we took over that location, and that's where we came up with Real Steel. And Real Steel was born back then. And, it started out just a couple cars with an empty lot here and there. And, my brothers, mainly my brothers and my brother, they turned it into something pretty extravagant. And, I just came back here in 23, January, when I found out I was having a baby. I wanted to shift gears to get out of law enforcement. So I wanted something where, my wife didn't have to work, and I could, work closer with my family. When I worked law enforcement, dude, I barely saw them, but now I see why. People here working for yourselves is a good thing, but Rico knows there's no days off in that grind. It's when the business is hungry, it's got to eat.
Yeah.
So we opened this one in January 23, and if you saw this back in the day, Rico was here when we similar.
Yeah.
Like, you remember how many cars did we have on the lot?
Not this many. Definitely not this many Z01s in the showroom. We didn't have 2 R8s sitting in the back for nothing.
Yeah. We worked extremely hard.
Yeah. Definitely seen a growth.
Yeah, and we're trying to continue to grow, and you know, it's just like everybody else.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing to hear. Were you guys always envisioning yourself in this business, or was it something that just kind of came about and just fell on your plate? Or
I wouldn't say it fell on our plate, but it fell in front of us, and we took advantage of it. And
okay.
you know, when we took it from something really small and we turned it into really big. And right now, our vision is like, this is small where we are, and we want to be that much bigger, and you know, eventually get to like franchise stores and stuff like that.
Okay. So in the future, definitely growth. I mean, what kind of things are you guys focused on to kind of get there in the future? You know, you've made it to this step, and now what's kind of like the next step for you guys to kind of get there?
Dude, honestly, man, it's like we're having a lot of growing pains right now, which are, you know, it's good. They're good problems to have, like in anything. But we have a lot of trial and error that we have to figure out too. You know, we're all right at the cusp of getting to that next level. It's just figuring out exactly what we have to do to, you know, get across that line. We're trying to hire some more people, but at the same time, you know, like we got to teach these people to learn, and then once they're learning, we can kind of like grow and put money back into, you know, different things with renovations, other things like that, new locations. But it's like, you know, we have to, you know, everything's about speed, you know, like we're trying to we want it tomorrow.
Right.
And, you know, like anybody else knows, it's not how it works, but you have to be quick with things. So, I mean, we're still trying to figure out what we need to do to get us to that next level. And we have, you know, aside from monthly meetings, we have weekly meetings, you know, and we discuss on things that we can improve on. And we're selling a lot more cars than we used to. So, like, it's, you know, costs money to hold money.
Yeah.
So.
Do you guys have a network amongst dealers that you use, or is everything like you learn just internally amongst your brand?
No, we actually do. We go to conferences. You know, some Credit Acceptance. They have sales conferences. We've actually been a top 20 dealer in the country with them.
Wow.
And we've gone there. And we're trying to climb that list, but there's a lot of networking involved, and we get to like hear what all these great dealers and all these big dealerships, what they do, and we try and incorporate some of the things here to make us a little bit better. So I mean, there's a lot of networking. I mean, Paul, my brother, he's pretty tight with First Class Motors over in Independence and 704 Exotics. So we're actually picking each other's brains on certain things. And, you know, Paul, my brother John, Chris, we all have good people that we can lean on to get that information, you know, who've been there a little bit longer. So.
Do you have like an OG in the car sale business that you can look up to or like get advice to for sometimes?
Dude, honestly, man, the OG is probably my dad. He's not, I wouldn't say he's a car salesman, but, you know, anything business related, you know, he's been there and done it. So, you know, he had a landscaping company up in New York, extremely successful. You know, he knows the ins and outs of business, and, you know, some things, you know, like, you can't tell him wrong. You can't tell him wrong. But he knows his stuff too. Like, you know, whether it's car sales, whether it's, you know, plants up there or landscaping, you know, at the end of the day, it's all numbers. And, you know, he knows what it takes to run a business successfully. And, you know, we sometimes need to learn things the hard way. So, but, you know, he's definitely the OG.
Cool.
About a year ago, I was listening to what you're saying. I'm a firm believer on, like, when it's your time, it's your time.
Yep.
And about a year ago, at this same time frame, we was in my old townhouse in the living room. We literally had a phone just trying to figure out how to record ourselves. Yeah. And then now we're here. So do you believe, like, your time, like, is it your time right now?
I think it's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, I think it's going to be a lot quicker than what we all think. But, you know, no good things come without hard work. You have to earn it.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, you saw how quick it grew from when you came here.
Yeah.
Just like this, you know. It happens fast, but you have to put the effort in.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I think that this is the beginning, and we're nowhere near tapped out, and I know that. Like, we're nowhere near tapped out. So I'm excited to see, you know, what happens and where everything goes and all the new relationships we make.
I've definitely seen the growth. So if anybody hasn't told you, I'm proud of you, bro.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I've seen it grow, you know, and I was actually telling Paul because when before he left, he came back there and he couldn't believe the setup that was put up in here, and I said, dude, you know, fucking Rico's a grinder, you know, like, and he's like, dude, yeah, I mean, but you have to be,
Yeah.
you know, you're a business owner, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, dude, you know, I mean, it's not like you know, there's a guy, Cody, with Exposed, like he talks about, like, you know, especially with this stuff, you know, consistency, you know, like try and do like so many videos per month, you know, start with 5, and then do 10, then try and get it to 15, and then before you know it, you already have a following, and, you know, I mean, dude, it's just consistency.
That number you just said is exactly how we started. We started at 5, and I think now we're at like 15.
Yeah.
So, and that's per week.
Right.
And you know, dude, a lot of people don't see the background stuff into it. You know, I've always wanted to do a podcast, like actually like have my own podcast and stuff, especially like pertaining to, you know, that's gambling and all that stuff too. But I just, dude, I don't have the discipline sometimes to do it. And, you know, it takes discipline because, you know, you guys have 3 of each other that can help, well, 4 of you guys that can help hold each other accountable.
Yes,
Hey, we got to get it in, man. We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, but when it's your lifestyle and it's easy to talk about, dude, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy stuff. It's just conversations.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah, for sure.
You're just recording the conversations. The hard work, you know, the real work's on the editing team. You know,
No,
I
that's a
I
fact.
don't know who does that, but shout
That's a
out to
fact.
them.
That's
Shout
a
out to the
fact.
cameraman. Shout out, Raphael.
I mean, you know, I don't have one, but I know that, you know, like, I want to do one. I need to, you know, you need to be your own editor, and like, you know, this is the easy stuff, setting this shit up and then talking about it and then going back through.
No, we was definitely blessed for the opportunity to have the cameraman we have. So
For sure.
shout out to Raphael.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how did you guys meet?
Well, me and Jack are cousins, and then me and Justin met. Well, if it really wasn't for my cousin, you know what I mean, I wouldn't have met Justin because he introduced me to poker.
Yep.
And that's how I met Justin. So me and Justin met about 4 years ago.
Yes.
And actually, before he met me, he heard all this bad stuff about me that's really not true. And then he said when he met me, none of that was true. So then we end up, it's crazy, like in life, man, you just become close with what happens.
Yeah.
And then with me and him, like, it was just natural. He knows all my kids. I know his kids. I know my family. I know his family. Like, it's just a natural relationship.
Yeah.
Even last week was a really breaking stone in our friendship. It was a situation that could have got really ugly.
Yeah.
And he was man enough to say, I apologize. So that's how I knew, like, this is a true friend.
Yeah.
So me and him are true friends. You know what I mean? Me and my cousin, we've been close forever. So I feel like all 3 of us is a good mesh because we have mainly the same goals.
Yeah.
And we have mainly the same dislikes. A lot of people don't talk about when you're friends with somebody, y'all have to damn near dislike the same things.
I'm not kidding.
Because you can like one common thing, but if y'all don't dislike a lot of things together, then it's like,
You guys are gonna argue.
It's a good point.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
it's like a woman, right?
yeah.
I don't know. That's just different. I don't think they don't like anything.
We're definitely more complicated.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, it wouldn't be a Digi Parlay podcast if we didn't dip into gambling and sports betting. I think we touched on it a little bit already, but let's get into it a little bit deeper with you guys. So I guess this is a good question for both of you guys. Obviously, you guys gamble and you sports bet, but what got you first initially interested? Right, because at a certain point, for all of us, right, we weren't gambling, we weren't sports betting because we probably didn't really even know about it, right? So, what first got you guys interested in that?
So, it was my bachelor party. Which, I went to Vegas.
Right. Yep.
So, you know, You can't not. You can't go to Vegas and not gamble.
It's tough.
That laugh sounded like that was a lot of money.
No, actually, it was quite the opposite. But I remember, dude, we went to Vegas for my bachelor party, and I got there and I didn't bring a lot of. Dude, I had a couple $100, and I saw how quickly you could lose $100, a couple $100 on blackjack. At the time, didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
I had somebody that was like, yeah, do this, and I'll just lose. And I'm like, damn, that was fucking quick. How do I get this back? Dude, Paul, I asked Paul if I could borrow $50, and I went over to the roulette table in Paris, and I put $25 on black, and I put $25 on number 2, and I hit it.
Both hit.
That was the worst thing to ever happen.
Ever.
Yeah. So I got a. They gave you hit 36 to 1.
Yeah.
I got paid out, and Paul got so fucking mad. He was down money, and it was his money.
He's just watching you hit both.
So you ever see that you ever see that movie where you give that person gave the girl a quarter or something, she put it in a slot machine, she won it.
Right, jackpot. Right?
Yeah, jackpot.
Yeah.
That was my money, so that's my money.
Right. Yeah.
So I got into this argument with Paul. Paul chased me out of the fucking casino.
Oh, wow.
He was drunk, and he was he was trying to take the money from me. And dude, at the time, I really didn't I wasn't making a lot. So that was that was a big deal for me.
Right. Yeah.
And I so he gave me half, and I was like. And so he took half, he left me with half, and I was like, well, I gotta fucking do something now. I'm gonna stay with roulette. So I went on this tear on roulette, and I had just I had a strategy, and I actually turned that $600 into $3,500. I left.
So what did Paul say about the 3,500?
Oh no, dude.
Did you owe him 25% of that? Then?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you went half of half, right?
That's such a Paul thing.
Yeah, that's a typical rat. Typical rat.
Yeah, that's
It's even worse because he's losing, right, at that point.
God.
So it's
man.
So
my God.
He was actually pretty cool about it, because he got his half and he was already down, so I got him his money. He lost the rest of it, and I went about my business. But when I didn't know that they had a casino in North Carolina at the time either, so I went about my business, got married, and then we went to Cherokee, and Harris Cherokee Casino, and I tried the roulette strategy there. Got fucking piped.
Yeah.
So I went to the blackjack table. Didn't know what I was doing. I was playing with my buddy Dana, and I don't know. I just had a horse's shoe up my ass, I guess. I fucking put money on the Trilux, and I hit it. And I got $1,000 on that, won the hand. I took that money, went back to the roulette table, lost all of it. And then I was like, dude, fuck this, man. I need to learn how to play blackjack. I need to learn how to count cards. That's what I want to do.
At this time, were you still a cop?
Yeah.
Okay. And in the law enforcement industry,
Yeah.
do they tell y'all not to gamble, or they don't really care about that?
That's a good question.
They came up in my background actually, but at the time I wasn't gambling, and I wasn't doing it consistently enough.
So they are an industry that they tell y'all not to?
I wouldn't say they tell you not to, but they ask if you do. When I went to the state, I was in the hiring process with them. They asked if I gamble.
Wow.
Wow.
I think it's
That
just
kind of makes sense
crazy.
though. I think the correlation might be with even with credit scores. If you do
Well,
certain things, then you're
yeah.
probably more likely to do bad things.
They did a credit check on me too.
Yeah,
Wow.
that makes
The
sense.
state did.
I think it's more just a frowned upon kind of thing. I don't think it's necessarily we can tell you can't do this,
Right.
but they're not going to be oh, you can't gamble, you can't do any of this.
They might say if you gamble, you might take a bribe or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
More
More likely
that,
to.
or
something.
you'll get in debt to somebody.
Right.
What year did you get married?
That makes sense.
I got married in 21.
Okay, so at that time, DraftKings is already in North Carolina.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Not yet.
sports betting didn't come in North Carolina
What's it,
until
22?
2023.
23, I
Okay,
think,
23.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't
24.
I didn't start
It was 24.
sports.
Was it
Because it was
24?
right after I graduated college.
I
I
didn't
thought it was
start.
23.
Yeah,
Because
I was-
Kentucky was 23, because that's where I went to school.
Okay, you might be right.
You might be right.
I can promise
I thought
you
it was
this,
23, but
He
it's 24.
probably.
I know.
Yeah,
You're going to know better than us, huh?
Yeah.
he's been on that app for a while.
So when was your
Yeah.
first time being introduced to gambling?
First bet.
So it was more sports betting for me. I probably shouldn't say this, but like when I was in college, obviously like I couldn't bet on myself, but like
And this was at the Kentucky University?
no. I went to University of the Cumberlands.
Okay.
So it's an NAI school. I played
yeah.
baseball there. But
Time out. That didn't go over my head.
what do you mean?
You couldn't bet on yourself.
Like you're not allowed to bet on your when you're in college.
Yeah.
Legally, you're not allowed to.
Legally,
you
yes.
can, but
Oh, you see
Kayshawn Booty was.
Right.
As we're on this topic, I just got to ask, do you believe that players, like you just said that just yourself.
Yeah.
So now this might be a real thing of players already knowing their minus for any time touchdown in college.
Oh, dude, you got to think, man. Like
They have the
there's-
resources.
Dude, there's rattles. Like
Absolutely.
Hey,
Yeah, 100%.
you know, dude, you're my best friend. Hey, dude, bet the under.
Right. Little wink, wink.
Just a wink?
Yeah, the wink,
Yeah.
the wink, wink.
That's what
I
they,
think it's definitely like a very gray area for college athletes because, like, I mean, I could bet on college football.
Did you
Like, I
hear
don't think-
about, in your world of baseball, did you hear about people betting on the college baseball games?
when like the school I went to, like they weren't like we weren't on DraftKings or any of that.
Yeah.
So like when I went to VCU for a year actually. When I was there,
That's a bigger school.
when I was there, quite a few people were talking about like college baseball betting. there.
Wow.
And like people were betting on. They weren't betting on us as a team, but they were
Yeah.
betting on like
Other games.
the bigger schools.
Wow.
So like you're not. I don't know if you're supposed. I don't think you're supposed to bet on your sport in college.
Well, now
I
they're
think it's
making it
illegal,
legal that college athletes
Right.
can bet.
Right.
I don't know
Not,
how
on,
that makes
not
sense.
on your sport. It's like that. It's like the pro.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
right.
professionals.
Your,
You
your,
can't-
your
LeBron
own
bets on
sport, you
football.
can't do
Yeah,
it.
you
Right.
can't bet on your own
NBA.
sport.
Your own
Yeah.
sport, you can't do it, but
Oh,
they
okay.
also
'Cause
postponed
he could have just
that.
called Jimmy Butler last night, like, "Hey, how many you gonna get tonight?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
You
al-
definitely can't bet on your same sport.
yeah.
But like for us, like it wasn't. We were always just betting on college football.
So, what was your first bet that you ever placed?
So it was when betting became legal in Kentucky.
Okay,
And you know, when you first sign up, they all do the free promos and
Right.
stuff.
5 to
bets.
get 200.
free bets.
Yeah, free bets. So of
Get in
course,
there.
like I signed up on all the apps, got all the free bets.
Got down there $1,000.
Yeah.
dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, Caleb like goes hard with any kind of promotion. He got these credit cards for American Airlines, and dude, he has like.
Dude, I have like 200,000 American miles.
Yeah,
Right now.
Just he just
what?
followed-
To fly on American.
He followed
Dude,
the
it's
promotions. He'd open up the savings account. Did
Dude,
That's
like,
crazy.
Credit cards
friends.
are very much a hack to life. You just have to be smart about it. And
Yeah.
like you can say I'm pretty smart about it.
No,
Like
you
it's not like
definitely
I don't run my
you
run my
just-
limits up.
So,
Yeah.
so
Like, I
the
don't-
insurance company that gave you when I bought the Hellcat, the insurance company that gave,
I haven't gotten a gift card for that, by the way.
but that was something you was excited about.
I mean, I haven't gotten it, so not really.
Oh wow! She said she sent it. So,
I never got that, so you might need to call her.
oh, you sound kind of mad about that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He needs those promotions.
But no, so first betting experience for me, of course, me and my roommates, we all signed up, got the free promotions and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was really just like those free bets where it was like, and which I didn't know at the time on FanDuel. I didn't realize that you could. No, maybe it was Bet365. One of them you could split the bet up. I didn't realize that.
Oh.
So like I
okay.
put the all three. I think it was Bet365 because it was 300. I bet 365 of the free money.
Right.
It was a 6-leg NFL parlay, and I didn't realize that I could split it up, or else I would not have done this. But I'm kind of glad I did because they all won, and like that was like the first like hook for me.
So how much did you end up winning? Over 1,000.
Yeah, I think it was like
Had to be.
1,400 on that one.
Yeah.
And then with the FanDuel stuff, I think I ended up winning another like 2,200.
Wow.
So it was like all in a span of like 2 weeks. I was like, oh,
So basically, I need to shake your
I
hand
was like-
again because you're pretty lucky.
I was like, oh, I'm not 49ers lucky.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
I was like,
Yeah, should've been.
He gonna
yeah,
keep
so I was
twisting
like,
that
you know,
knife.
like, I'm just a kid in college. I was like, oh, dude, I'm rich.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In college for sure.
Yeah,
That much in
you
college.
win like $3
Come on,
grand,
man.
and
That's-
$3 in one.
That amount in
span of
college?
like a week or two.
Listen, we was just at South Carolina this past weekend. $3,000 can get you a long way from what I saw.
From what we see.
From what I saw.
So, I mean, that was like my first real experience with sports betting, at least. And then, I mean, over time, it's just kind of been like, I wouldn't say I'm like hardcore, like betting every day, wake up, oh, what's the spread?
Well,
But-
losing with the 49ers disappointed you.
Well, whose fault was that, Rico? I was playing golf with Marco on Sunday, And I saw the thing come through, and I was like, "Oh, Rico's betting 49ers money line. Give me a minute. Let me go on my FanDuel."
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this, dude. Let me step in right here. He did just win that one on the Chargers, and you were coming off that.
Yeah, to be fair, you did.
And so
the Chargers
he,
one
he
was fun.
thought he was finding himself something there.
Well, Saturday we did good.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I would have thought the 49ers were going to win too. But
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, that
So I
was
mean, in a 3 days,
non-existent.
in a 3 day span of you looking at bets, we lost 5 for 7. Is that good enough for you? Does that meet your criteria?
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's
Okay,
just
okay.
kind of
Sounds
funny.
like a passing grade to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just kind of funny. But so yeah, sports betting was mainly, and then I never even actually been to an actual casino until I started working here.
When you say it like
So
that,
like there was
proper
a casino,
plug for
there was a casino by the college I went to, but it was all slot machines. So like it was
okay.
kind of boring.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
they had
not
really
as
good restaurants.
attractive.
Like I would go there, like we would go there and eat and stuff at the restaurant.
So it was Two
Yeah.
Kings before Two Kings.
right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much Two Kings. And so we would go there and we would just hang out, we'd eat, watch some football or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
we never I think I played the slots like the first time I went, and they give you like the free like 20, 25 bucks. Didn't win anything, but
Did it have a sports book?
yeah, they did have
Okay.
a sports book.
Okay.
But it was
Okay.
legal then. So
Right.
you could just
By
do it
then,
on
there was
you
no
could just
need
do it
to
on
go
your
there.
phone then.
Yeah.
They did have a sports book though. They had horse racing. So like a lot of people would go there for horse racing because it's a big thing in Kentucky.
Yeah.
But that's obviously you can't horse bet in the app.
Right.
And so a lot of people would go there for that. That's
For
where
that,
a lot
okay.
of their business came from. But yeah, I didn't go to an actual casino until me, you, and my uncle actually. We went to Harrah's.
yeah, make sure you throw him in there.
I wasn't even planning on going. My uncle called me and he was like, "Hey, Marco and his buddy are going to Harrah's. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Oh, sure." I think I brought like $100 bucks, $150.
So you was
something
half
like that.
degenerate, and then when you came to real steel, you went full on.
You know,
That's what it
I'm not
sounded
as
like.
bad as him still,
Nah.
but I mean,
dude, what do you mean as bad as me? Is your mom watching this?
I don't know.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Yeah, I mean, even I don't care, but I mean, dude, you gamble a lot more than I do.
Yeah, it's
Well,
More,
going into
more,
that,
more
what-
money, I should say. but-
What do you think your biggest session was so far in your
That's a good
gambling
question.
career?
like the most I wanted in a set.
In a session, what do you think let's hear your biggest session, then we can move into the swingiest session, because gamblers know that there are swings where it's like crazy.
Yeah, I got that. You talk about stress, man. I got it. So honestly, man, the biggest win in one session where it was just honestly, man, things went right, and I was playing very, I won't say conservative, but I was rat holing money. So like, rat holing is a term that's used. Like, you buy in with this amount of money, and when you get to that buy-in, you pocket your buy-in, and you do that, and you just try and replicate it.
Right.
And dude, I did that. I rinsed and repeated that for 8 hours, and I turned $5,000 into 30,000.
Wow.
And I wasn't really pressing my bets. Like I was just trying to replicate it, and I just kept doing it.
Wow.
That was all on blackjack?
I was all on blackjack.
Wow.
I didn't even do anything else.
That's impressive.
Yeah, the night my son was born, my wife's water broke. I was actually at Harrah's. This was wild too. Like I just spur of the moment, I was just like, "Hey, me and Dana are gonna go up to the casino. You cool with that, babe?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's fine." Like, she wasn't due for another couple weeks, so went up there and I turned $5 into $23,000 that night. And and then I called her. I was like, "Yeah, I'm cashing out, and then I'm heading home." So like, obviously, with that money, it takes a little while to get your cash because they got to review it. But
Right.
she called me. She's like, "My water broke," and I'm like 2 hours away.
Wow.
So
Oh, no.
yeah, it was actually it was super like funny. So like, we named our son Kieran. We had that name picked out for a long time, but his initials are KA, right? King, Ace, right? And then that night I was playing blackjack. King, that's 10, Ace is 1, that's 21.
Yeah.
And I won $23,000, and he was born on the 23rd. Like, he was born
wow.
on, so he was born October 11th, 2023. So it was 10, 1, 23.
23.
His initials in blackjack are 10, 1, 23. And we had and his birthday is 10/11/23. 10 plus 11 is 21 and 23. So it was just very strange how that ended up.
That's
happening.
crazy.
Wow.
But
And you started with $5,000.
Yeah.
You won 18,000.
Yep.
18 plus 5 is 23.
holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
That was that. Yeah, that was that night. And then, but the most consistent run I had was that one night after. Like I just went up there and dude, I just wasn't losing. And it was like dude, obviously, you know, looking back on it, if you knew, like, but I was just trying to just rat hole, and I was just trying to literally replicate. And as soon as I got that bind, took that one away and started over. And then
Reset.
before I knew it, I was like, damn, I got 30 grand here. I just cashed out and left.
Wow.
What do you think is the swingiest night?
So the swingiest night I've had was I was brought 5. I ended up going down 27.
Was this like the last time we went or the
No,
time before?
No, this was a long time ago. I went down 27.
And when you go down 27, did you bring 20-ish thousand cash
I
or?
brought 5, and I went to the cage there, the bank.
Okay.
I went to the bank and withdrew funds. So I brought 5, went down 27, ran that down to 1,300, and then went from 1,300 all the way to 40 grand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
All
Not-
in like that didn't. It took a long time to go down that much.
Yeah.
But I came back so fast.
At 1,300, did you think I quit? Like I'm done gambling. That's
No.
it.
At 1,300, I was like, yeah, I lose this, and I'm like, I'm fucking like, I mean, dude, I was like, you know, I was not going back to the cage to get more money because it was I was like, dude, you know, like I'm gonna cut my losses at 27. Like we're just gonna pretend this didn't happen. And
Spoken like a true gambler.
True gambler, right?
Yeah.
Just put it out your mind.
Well, I mean, dude, you gotta give yourself like a day or two to grieve. And
Oh, yeah,
just
for sure.
fuck on. But I went down and then you know, swung back up, and dude, it happened like. When I say fast, I went from 1,300. Like, dude, I made $2 grand last a very long time before getting down to 1,300, and then I just hit that fuck it moment. And before I knew it, like within one shoe, which was probably like 5 to 10 minutes, I had 40 grand in front of me,
That is crazy.
and I was just like, I don't know what happened, but I'm fucking leaving.
Now you're hooked.
No, honestly, the biggest problem with that was I felt like I could do that. I could replicate that a bunch. So, like, you know, if I ever went down money, I was like, oh, dude, I'll just keep pulling money out until I win. And that's not you shouldn't do that.
Has there been any moment for either one of y'all where y'all feel like I'm done gambling in a hole? Because we have these moments as gamblers and sports bettors where we feel like, you know what? If I lose this one,
Yeah.
I'm done forever.
Yeah, last time we went to Vegas.
Well, dude, I'm gonna say this, and like, you know, I mean this, like, if it comes in waves, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
dude,
sure.
like, it really is. Like, you can be down money and you can get it back. You're not gonna to think you're gonna get it back all in one sitting or one hit is not smart because you're gonna lose. But you can chip away at it and get it back for sure. And dude, the reality of it is like if you quit when you lose, while you're down, you will always be a loser. You know,
Spoken like a true gambler.
if you know, you can chip your way back, like, you know, chip and a cheer, whether it's a couple thousand here, you know, a couple hundred here. Those little wins, they add up. You just got to be smart about it, and you know, you have to know when to cut your losses at whatever you're doing. I mean, is it smarter to be done with it? You know, it just depends. I mean, like, you know, depends on how committed you are. I mean, it's not really like, I mean, dude, I like it, you know, like, you know, it's
What exactly do you like? The thrill, or you just like?
I definitely don't like the thrill. I'll tell you straight up. I like freaking I like the idea of I can make more money doing that than anything in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
And I like money, and that's where that comes from. I mean, dude, you can go there and, you know, you can make a lot of money very quickly. I mean, yeah, you can lose a lot of money very quickly, but you know, that's gambling. It's like stocks. You know, people that anybody that is in the stock market, crypto, it's gambling.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's long term, sure, that's long term stuff. I don't like long term. I'm anxious. That's one of the reasons why I don't like fucking sports betting. 'Cause I don't like checking my phone every 5 minutes. Be like, oh my god, please, like
you just gotta learn to place a bet and just
forget
let it ride.
just forget about it.
Yeah, but this guy right here, he wants to know right away if he's gonna get fucked or he's gonna leave with some money. So like, I like to be quick, and but to go back on that point, like people that are in the hole, like it just depends if it's affecting your life. Like obviously you have to stop.
Yeah.
If it's not affecting you and you're doing it in I shouldn't say responsible enough way to where it's not hurting
affecting
you,
your family.
it's not affecting your family and stuff like that. I mean, then you're it's not affecting your house, your cars, things like that.
It's like anything else. So I mean, I feel like if you're smart about it, like it can be very beneficial.
Yeah, 100%.
And then
you see all those influencers and stuff like that. I mean, dude, they're playing with a lot more money. Like, but they're also like, their goal is to be as quick as possible. Dana White, he goes into, he has an $8 million credit line.
Yeah.
He goes in and he's playing. He's ripping, dude. He tells you, he's like, I'm gonna rip $300,000 hands on baccarat. I'm gonna win 3 of them and I'm gonna leave.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't always happen.
Speaking of influencers, have you ever had an influencer, sports bettor, or any of that sort come in and just buy car cash?
I've had, I won't say an influencer. I've had a sports bettor, or not a sports bettor, but a gambler come in and buy a car.
Okay.
And hell, in fact, I mean, I've had another one that he came from 2 Kings right after just winning some money. He didn't hit a jackpot. He just won some money, and he came in and put it down on a car and fucking left with the truck.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then he tried to cancel the warranty because he wanted the money back to go gamble with it.
Wow,
no,
that's
no,
crazy.
That's pretty.
Oh no,
Indian giver.
That's crazy. He had such a good setup. He won the money and immediately did something good with it, and then he wanted it back.
Pretty sure there was somebody from the Packers actually bought a car from our other lot, right?
Yeah, somebody from the
Probably.
Oh, really?
Right before this season started, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he bought his mom's car.
He bought his mom's car. Cash.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
So with the cars, like, what y'all got going on this Saturday?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, so we do have a car show with the Gas House Cars and Coffee. We're partnering with 704 Exotics on the promotion.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they actually have a car show.
They got a car show Friday night.
Yeah.
They're doing like a little Halloween trick or treat
Okay.
car show.
Yeah.
Car show, kids can come, costume contest Friday night from like 6 to 9, I think. I think we're all going to go after we leave here.
Yeah, and then
Saturday morning 8:30 to 11:30 at the Gastonia Mall.
Nice.
We'll all be over there as well.
Nice. Cool.
You heard it. Saturday, Gastonia Mall. Bring all your whatever you got. I'm driving a Chevy Equinox up there.
No, you gotta drive the Hellcat you just bought from us.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Caleb Plummer, the best salesman in America.
that's pretty hurtful now.
You guys have. You guys.
Well, you the owner, so technically it's the ownership. Then you go to the salesman.
All right. Before we go, do you guys have any advice to give to sports bettor that want to get into the game of sports betting?
Oh, that's a good question.
I would say start slow. Don't feel like you gotta win. Don't feel like you gotta win your 10-leg parlay every time. You're probably not going to. I would say learn what works for you. Find, for me, like there's a couple people I follow on Twitter, or X now, but there's a couple people I follow that put out some pretty good bets and I mean it's free. It's just it's free advice. So there's a couple people out there like that. So I would definitely look into that and just don't try and win too much at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I'll say is like don't touch on that. Don't chase your losses. I mean, honestly, like there's a built-in house edge for a reason.
Yeah.
Sports betting, I'm not too fond of. I just don't like I don't like how long it takes. 1 and 2. I don't like
Instant gratification.
Yeah. I like the instant gratification.
And don't bet what you don't have.
What I was gonna
that's
say.
a big one.
What I was gonna say is chipping at you. A little bit here, a little bit there. Don't try.
For sure.
You can make a lot of money gambling, you can make a lot of money gambling.
Yeah.
For
If
sure.
you do it right, you can make a living out of it. I know people that do gamble full time.
Yeah.
But you have to be, they're very disciplined, and it's the same thing there. Sports betting is a little bit different. I would try and like stick to somebody that knows the game, gives you a little bit of
Yeah, for sure.
something. And I wouldn't. I mean, I know you guys like parlays, or I know he does. I like sure things. So and there's no such thing as a sure thing in gambling. But
We all know that.
if this is the favor, like, dude, you don't play the odds. Like,
Yeah.
Don't bet on stuff you don't know about either.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know
That's a big
anything, like football wise, I know a good bit, but like I'm not out here betting on cricket. Like I know a lot of people do. But
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yep. Okay, cool. Well, if you guys are ever in the area, come down and visit Caleb and Marco at Real Steel Auto Sales. I want to thank you guys again for having us here and joining us on the podcast. As always, like, comment, subscribe. If you're not already, join the Telegram group.